Good afternoon. I'm Professor Andrew Deeks, President of University College Dublin. On behalf of my fellow faculty and staff, I wish to extend a warm welcome to this virtual conferring, especially to you, our students, your families and friends, and to your supporters far and wide. I'm delighted to be joined by the Principal of the UCD College of Health and Agricultural Sciences, Professor Cecily Kelleher, by the Dean of Medicine and the Head of the UCD School of Medicine, Professor Michael Keane, and by the Head of the UCD School of Public Health, Physiotherapy and Sports Science, Professor Catherine Blake. This is a meeting of the University gathered for the conferring of degrees. A quorum is present, and I now call upon Professor Michael Keane to commence the proceedings.
Thank you, President. And on behalf of my colleagues at UCD School of Medicine and of Professor Catherine Blake, Head of UCD School of Public Health, Physiotherapy and Sports Science, I would like to reiterate the President's warm welcome to you all this afternoon. Har ceann macoglatha is Scoil an Laios UCD agus Scoil na Sláinte Poblaí Fisiotherapa agus na Hóileachta Sport UCD tá anáthaas orm fáilte a chorómh chuig an Sermanus Bronta Fiúráil seo an Tróna. The conferring of medicine degrees at UCD is an age-honoured tradition, thoroughly enjoyed for decades by students, faculty and wider staff over the long history of the school, which was founded in 1855. Graduation is a celebration of your medical and clinical training and your many academic achievements while you were studying at UCD. Graduations in June also usually mean lovely weather with the campus in full bloom and present a wonderful opportunity for a class get-together with your family members in O'Reilly Hall, followed by fun and photography at the lake after the official ceremony. They also present a terrific occasion to wish each other the very best before you head your separate ways and enter the healthcare system to begin your internships and your life as healthcare professionals. But despite the ever-increasing optimism that we are coming out of the pandemic, in tandem with the impressive rollout of the vaccination program, we are not yet in a position to hold our traditional in-person graduation ceremonies. As you will appreciate, we have to follow all COVID-19 national public health and university guidelines, and as in 2020, we find ourselves conferring degrees and celebrating your graduation in a virtual capacity. Naturally, we are all extremely disappointed, especially the faculty who have thought and guided you throughout your studies, that we don't have the opportunity to congratulate you in person today. But I and each one of my colleagues send our warmest congratulations and join me in sincerely acknowledging how incredibly proud we are of each and every one of you. Before we commence, I will explain the conferring procedure which we will follow. The candidates on whom degrees are to be conferred are graduands who have fulfilled the requirements and are proceeding to their degree. Professor Cecily Kelleher, Principal of the College of Health and Agricultural Science, will present the graduands for the degree. In response to the presentation, the UCD President, Professor Andrew Deeks, will confer the degree. The candidates have then become graduates. Professor Cecily Kelleher will read in Latin and the President will respond in Latin to her. I will then call the names of our graduates and Professor Catherine Blake will call the names of those graduating from the School of Public Health, Physiotherapy and Sports Science. Following this, I will also announce a number of medal awards in recognition of academic excellence.
Pre honorablus preces, totaque universitas, presento vobis hasce, meas filias, filiosque meos, quos omnes scio, tam moribus quam doctrina, habilis et idonius esse, qui admittantur ad gradum baccalaureatus in medicina, in chirurgia, in arte obstetricia, honoro curso confecto, itque tibi fide mea testor expondeo totique academiae.
Ego auctoritate mihi concessa, Amito voad gradum baccalaureatus in medicina, in chirurgia, in arte obstetricia honora curso confecto.
Thank you both. I will now list the graduates on whom degrees are to be conferred. Shirley Adavi, Hiridia Agnes Murtaraj, Merdula Agnes Murtaraj, Hanan Mohammed Ali Al-Balushi, Pierre Albert, Tang Boon Kiat Alden, Ganama Alashhash, Sean Allen, Yasmin Al-Masad, Talia Hassan Al-Samli, Ganima Al-Zaid Al-Traji, Nicholas William Anand, Ray Ardle, Osam Aziz, Lydia Mohsen Malawa Babawali, Laura Basquel, Tomas Basquel Fahy, Charlotte Bauer Dowling, Michael Behan, Sophia Becchiaris, Oisin Bennett, Keelan Blake, Daniel Boland, Luke Boland, Anna Booth, Reem K.H. R.A.M. Bashiri, Alex Boylan, Kira Una Brennan, Caroline Aileen Brogan, Jennifer Bruton, Luke Byrne, Kirsten Carpenter, Catherine Francis Carrigy, Andrew William Carroll, Matthew Leonard Carter, Finbar Casey, Lauren Kavanagh, Janine Jen Kuhn Chan, Timothy Shi Ming Chu, Dominic Z. Ken Chong, Oliver Kopp Clark, Aisling Marie Clark, Charlie Clark, Katrina Clear, Jane Coleman, Owen Paul Collins, Catherine Cambaluzier, Emma Comerford, Quaylen James Concannon, Owen Connor, Cleena Conroy, Sarah Cooney, Barry Patrick Corbett, Sawa Costello, Owen Coughlin, Tess Coyne, Patrick John Creechan, Aileen Verona Crowley, Emer Crowley, Adele Cerniak, Kathleen Dalton, Louis John DeCourcy, Julia Dirks, Alva Dolan, Ryan Daniel Donnelly, Gillian Mary Margaret Douglas, Louise Dowling, Lucy Ann Dowling, Owen Downs, Robert Doyle, Michael Duffy, Osasir Edibiri, Alexander Murat Brun Ergen, Jane Fagan, Gillian Fagan, Carl Patrick Fakney, Sarah Fennelly, Emer Finnegan, Nicola Flanagan, Sean Flannery, Miles Flitcroft, Claire Foley, Sarah Forder, Lauren Haywood Fox, Kira Fraher, Dara Friars, Sive Friesen Roach, Edward Gahan, Kieran Galvin, Gloria Gan Hui Jin, Ellen Geary, Matthew Gibbons, James Kyle Gibson, Mark Goddo, Sarah Gordon, William Griffin, Napur Gupta, Cleena Hanley, Ian Harrington, Quiva Hartnett, Jazz Christopher Henry, Eleonora Bell Hicks, Joshua Z. Ming Ho, Patrick Hollywood, Kira Horan, Nurul Aziati Ismail, Pawandeep Kaur, Alba Keane, Sarah Ellen Carney, Matthew Kelly, Stephen Kelly, Kaija Kennedy, Sarah Kennedy, Kira Kyo, Jin Bum Kim, June Hee Kim, Vanavi Kinger, Jeffrey Kerwin, June Ree Don Ko, Rachel Ko Ling Lee, Marcus Carl Kostka, Jack Lawler, Keen Lawton, Joel Z. Hui Lee, William Ka Ho Lee, William Lee Chong, Melissa Jane Lee Wan Chun, Shu Hui Lian, Jaylee Lim Mi Hua, Jonathan Lua, Bin Wee Benedict Louis, Circa Lynch, Stuart McLean, Cormac Maguire, Jaslyn Mayhew, Angus McCarthy, Jack McCarthy, Kelsey McCarthy, Rory McCluskey, Alexandra McCreary, Michael McDermott, Catherine MacDonald, Shona McGarry, Hannah McKay, Lucy McLaughlin, Tim McMacken, Mary Ellen McMahon, Ethel McManus, Emer McMullen, Michael McNamara, Dara Matthew Megan, Ritaj Hamid Muhammad, Muhammad Sayami Mode Hatzani, Lauren Gemma Mongan, Tess Mercedes Montmini, Niall Mooney, Dervla Moore, Abigail Morgan, Nancy Morsey, Connor Mullen, Declan Mulligan, Owen Mulqueen, Josh Murphy, Molly Murphy O'Kane, Tiffany Mustanen, Yin Mon Mayat, Narissa Nankisur, Connor James Neary, Susie Nifuelon, Christina O'Brien, Connor O'Brien, Lorcan O'Byrne, Stephanie O'Connor, Ciara Ashling O'Donnell, Owen O'Donnell, Martin O'Donnell, Kieran O'Donovan, Emer Mary O'Donovan, Niamh O'Donovan, Louis O'Halloran, Anna O'Hanlon, Emily O'Hanlon, Amy Murren O'Keefe, Michael O'Leary, Daniel Joseph O'Regan, Conor O'Reilly, Jessica Kate O'Reilly, James O'Riordan, Circa O'Rourke, Lucy O'Sullivan, Thomas Matthew Owens, Circa Parker, Sonia Palmer, Olivia Niagara Petersons, Madison Phipps, Jan Maciej Plesniar, Aoife Polion, Edmund Michael Power, Alexander Price, Katrina Quinn, Kieran Reinhardt, Sian Roberts Walsh, Jane Rowland, Stephen Russell, Mary Ann Ryan, Renad Saleh, Sarah Shanahan, Martin Shields, Alana Silk, Liam Silk, Sarah Man Yi Su, Sarah Elizabeth Sloan, James Guy Storm, Hilary Strong, Kai Fung Kevin Suen, Jasandra C.E. Sutanto, John Sendry, Stephanie Anastasia Talbot, Wing Yan Michelle Tam, Sheldon Tan, Carrie Glynn Thorpe, Freya Timon, Owen Tracy, Catherine Vernon, Andrew Michael Wade, Amy Wallace, Holly Walsh, Jamie Walsh, Ross Walsh, Sarah Walsh, Heng Wei, Laura Whitehill, Zhu Xin Yang, Eunice Yo, Umi Farwa Zahidi, Nurin Hana Binti Zanab. Degree of Master of Science.
Pre honorables praeses, totaque universitas. Presento vobis hasce, meas filias, filiosque meos, quos omnes scio, tam moribus quam doctrina, habilis et idonius esse, qui admittantur ad gradum magisteriae scientiae, itque tibi fide mea testor, expondeo totaque academiae.
Ego auctoritate mihi concessa, emittavo ad gradum magisteri scientia.
Degree of Master of Science. Clinical and Translational Research. Najobenwu Ama, Roseanne O'Doherty. By research, Amra Adelina Binti Abdul Aziz, Hania Bukhari, Eunice Lim, Ross Murta, Eileen Frances O'Connor, Hayden Wilkinson. I will now invite Professor Catherine Blake to call the names of the graduates in the MSc Clinical Nutrition and Dietetics.
Emma Blackman, Aoife Brennan, Ellie Bullock, Olivia Carroll, Melissa Karuba, Niamh Caulfield, Tara Flood, Niamh Forster, Joanna Holland, Niamh Kelly White, Rachel Kumar, Hugh Lawler, Aisling Leonard, Hannah Maltby, Ciara McNulty, Michael Matudi, Lisa Mulryan, Sarah Murphy, Victoria O'Brien, Elizabeth O'Leary, Seren Tice Kate Pollard, Zoe Reichenthal, Emily Ryan, Aisling Scully, Nicole Anna Walsh. Master of Science by Research, Jennifer Gray, Conor Nolan. The Irish Nutrition and Dietetics Institute Medal is awarded to Seren Tice Kate Pollard.
Degree of Doctor of Medicine.
Pre honorables praeses, totaque universitas. Presento vobis hasce, meas filias, filiosque meos, quos omnes scio, tam moribus quam doctrina, habilis et idonius esse, qui admittantur ad gradum doctoratus in medicina, itque tibi fide mea testor, expondeo totaque academiae.
Ego auctoritate mihi concessa, emittavo ad gradum doctoratus in medicina.
David Cullum, Eileen Crowley, Catherine Mary Cunningham, Alison Grace Green, Fahim Khan, David Kinlan, Imran Murling, Alwyn Cauth Murphy, Parthaban Nadarajan, Suzanne Margaret O'Reilly, Priya Sinclair, Michael Wilkinson, degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
Pre honorables praeses, totaque universitas, presento vobis hasce, meas filias, filiosque meos, quos omnes scio, tam moribus quam doctrina, habilis et idonius esse, qui admittantur ad gradum doctoratus philosophiae, itque tibi fide mea testor, expondeo totique academiae.
Ego auctoritate mihi concessa, admitto vo ad gradum doctoratus philosophia.
May Mohammed S. Al-Mustahi, assessment of a transvaginal ultrasound simulator as an educational tool in an MSc ultrasound program. Paula Carnali, thesis title Elucidating the Effect of Follicular Environment, Ex Vivo Culture and Cryopreservation on Ovarian Cell Quality. Andrew John Granell, the role of fat-free mass in appetite regulation in people with severe obesity and the implications for obesity as a disease. Owen Humphreys, development of an in vitro and ex vivo urethral models to investigate performance of urinary intermittent catheters. Conor Fergus Murphy, personalizing the approach to unintentional weight loss after esophagectomy by exploring the role of gut-brain signaling. Emer O'Malley, the diagnosis of gestational diabetes mellitus.
Hugh Rees, whose thesis is entitled Injury Trends in Field Hockey, Establishing the Extent of the Problem.
"13 medals will now be awarded to medicine students who have displayed academic excellence. The Sean Malone Medal in Psychiatry is awarded to Alva Keane. The Surgeon Hugh Boyle Kennedy Medal is awarded to Caroline Brogan. The 1941 medal is awarded to Circa Lynch. The D.K. O'Donovan Medal in Medicine is awarded to Circa Lynch and Alva Keane. The Pediatrics Medal is awarded to Niall Mooney. The Professor Niall O'Higgins Medal for Surgery is awarded to Andrew Wade. The Emer Walsh Memorial Medal is awarded to Barry Corbett. The Lorcan Miller Memorial Medal is awarded to Barry Corbett and Ross Walsh. The Jeffrey J. Burke Medal is awarded to Jamie Walsh and Ross Walsh. The John McGrath Memorial Medal in Forensic and Legal Medicine is awarded to Jamie Walsh. The Brian McGovern Perpetual Medal is awarded to Matthew Gibbons. The Mary J. Farrell Medal for General Practice is awarded to Ross Walsh. The Coleman Saunders Medal is awarded to Niall Mooney and Jack Lawler. Please note that the Angus J. Curran Medal in Otolaryngology and the Kerwin Medal in Ophthalmology competitions were not run this year due to COVID-19 related challenges. That concludes the conferring of degrees. Professor Horgan, a consultant in infectious diseases at Cork University Hospital and former UCC School of Medicine Dean, is also currently President of the Royal College of Physicians of Ireland and notably the first female president in the college's 360-year history. Professor Horgan serves on our National Immunisation Advisory Committee and our National Public Health Emergency Team, which advises the Irish Government on public health issues during this pandemic. I'm honoured to now ask Professor Mary Horgan to address you.
President Deeks, Professor Michael Keane, Professor Cecily Kelleher, Professor Catherine Blake, graduates, colleagues, families and friends. I am truly honoured to be addressing you today and joining all 237 of you with your families and friends to celebrate this great occasion. 35 years ago, I stood in your place as a proud graduate of the UCD class of 1986. It was a very sunny day in Belfield in June, and I was surrounded by all my classmates. I clearly recall that it was as big a day for my parents as it was for me. They were so proud. I benefited from a wonderful education in UCD with so many inspirational teachers, many of whom guided me in my career and gave me the confidence to follow my dream. It took me on my journey from Kerry to UCD to the US and back to Ireland. During this journey, I was inspired by great teachers, carers and scientists, all of whom had a common attribute, passion for what they did. I hope that I can equally inspire you, my new colleagues, to be caring, compassionate, curious, and content with your lives. I have taken every opportunity that has come my way, and these opportunities have shaped me personally and professionally. No path is perfect, but the hurdles that we meet along the way make us strong and resilient. You have joined a wonderful profession. Every day that you go to work, you make a difference to people's lives. Treasure that and never take it for granted. Assume that those you care for are your family and friends. Your job is not only to care for your patients, but also to advocate for them. It is a challenging time for all of us in healthcare, but also for our society. Every one of us has been affected by the pandemic in many ways, but we will emerge stronger. We will treasure the simple pleasures in life. Seeing our family, meeting our friends, crossing borders, and eventually hugging each other. But today, your celebration is virtual. There is clear light at the end of this long tunnel thanks to the feat of science and medicine. To have a safe and effective vaccine developed within a year of a new virus is a tribute to the efforts of our innovators in health and science. You are those future innovators, so get involved in scientific discovery. Move beyond groupthink, be inspired by those great leaders in medicine, but also by those in fields outside medicine. They help us look at the same challenges in different ways. By doing so, we leave our comfort zone and learn from others. So what have I learned along the way? The importance of the support of your families and friends in your career. The importance of life outside work and getting that balance right. Having a mentor who's there to guide you. Hard work, teamwork, and always acknowledging those who help you to be the person you are. You never get to where you are alone. Leveraging the large UCD network. UCD has a global presence and all, as graduates from 22 different countries, you are part of that global network, our connected world. So don't be afraid to use that network. Take the opportunities that come your way. You learn from your successes and failures. Don't be afraid to leave your comfort zone. And have no regrets. Just move forward, but learn from the past and the present. Always be truthful. Never compromise your integrity. Never stop learning. Never stop being curious. And always do the right thing for your patient and the population that you serve. Wishing each of you every success whatever path you choose and wherever you practice. The world is yours to change for the better. Congratulations, UCD Medicine Class of 2021.
Thank you, Professor Horgan. I'm now delighted to invite Margaret O'Neill, National Dietetic Lead, Strategic Planning and Transformation in the HSE, to address you. Margaret provides the HSE with expert leadership, guidance and support in the context of the delivery of the nutrition-related actions in the Healthy Ireland framework. Her role has allowed a national focus on nutrition in the health services and is key to the implementation of the actions set out in the HSE service and operational plans.
Hi everybody, thank you for the opportunity to be part of your graduation ceremony and congratulations to the class of 2021. It's been such a difficult year for everybody, so it's really important that you get to celebrate your achievements and your graduation. It's such a pity that we can't be there in person together, because I always look forward to coming over and meeting everybody in UCD, because it's always such a fantastic celebration. As National Dietetic Lead in the HSE, I get to work with a whole range of dietitians. Dietitians working in all sorts of different areas. So dietitians in health services, working in acute hospitals and community services. Dietitians who are working in nutrition organisations like Safe Food, the Food Safety Authority and the Department of Health. Those working in research, those working within the INDI and our professional bodies and our special interest groups, as well as those working in, specialist services, and dietitians working in the food industry and in, and nutrition services and nutrition companies. And dietetics in Ireland is a very small community. It's fantastic that everybody knows everybody. So welcome to the club. It's great to have you on board, and I look forward to meeting you in various different places, as your careers progress. I suppose my career started back when I graduated in 1991, and working with people within health services, I suppose, was the way my career progressed. I started working, first of all, though, in food industry. I worked as a diet nutritionist within a food company. Then I moved to acute hospitals, and I worked there for a number of years. I worked then as a community dietitian in low-income groups, then as a dietitian manager, and then my final move a number of years ago was to work as National Dietetic Lead. So I really think it demonstrates the opportunities that are there for you, are vast, and there's a huge amount of opportunities for you now as a dietitian. So it's a really exciting time to be graduating. I think really as well in health services, we're seeing a really long-awaited investment in dietetic services. So it's fantastic for you to be graduating at a time when there are opportunities for you within health services. So under Sláinte Care, we're seeing the development of services in primary care, in hospitals, in mental health services, in disability services. And if you choose health services as a career, certainly there's a load of opportunities for you. So whatever pathway you go down in terms of your own career, I hope it's a fulfilling and enjoyable one. And remember, like me, you can always change and move once you find out your area of interest. So finally, congratulations to you as a class. Congratulations to your team in UCD and all the people that helped you to get to where you are today, to the dietitians who helped you in terms of your clinical placement and supported you, and your families, because it's a really exciting time. I think dietitians have a really unique skill mix. It's a lovely balance between, science, psychology, behavioural change, research, the translation of science into evidence, and, policy development, program development, project management. And it's a really nice mix of all those things. So what I would say to you today is get out there, enjoy your opportunities that come your way. I suppose the most important thing is you remember that, it is around nutritional care and health and disease and helping people. And that's, I think, what dietitians do best. So I want to wish you all the luck. Enjoy your celebrations tonight, and hopefully we'll meet again somewhere along the way. And I look forward to seeing you all.
Thank you, Margaret. The class representative for medicine, Lorcan O'Byrne, has been your voice and go-to person on campus over the last 4 years, so we are delighted that Lorcan will address you today. As you know, Lorcan was in the GEM cohort of your class, so we have also invited Ethel McManus from the undergraduate cohort to address you. Firstly, we will hear from Lorcan.
Fellow graduands, parents, guardians, loved ones and members of staff. Since the beginning of the pandemic, there's been an emphasis on the loss of time. Undeniably, our class has been deprived of a lot. Course restructuring meant that we were asked to rapidly adapt to new circumstances, a task which we completed diligently. However, amidst the chaos, naturally it's been difficult to see beyond our collective tunnel vision and focus on not what may seek to steal our time, but rather what has filled it. And yes, graduation is a celebration of our success, but it's also an opportunity to pay tribute to the path that led us here. And that's why today I am asking you to remember the hours spent over coffee with your friends. Remember the bleakness of fighting for a table in Pie Restaurant or the never-ending debacle of temperature control in the health science library. Remember every med day, every med gala, ball, or the ever-occurring wine and cheese. Think of the class nights out, the trips, the exams, the cell repeat. Think of the new friends made, the heartbreaks, the weddings, the successes and the failures, and the Med Cup wins and losses. Remember that even when nights out became Zoom quizzes and in-person tutorials became breakout rooms, that your friendships grew even stronger. And in particular today, I am thinking of all of those in the class who have known hardship, big or small, over the last few years and have overcome it. I'm thinking of the mothers and the first-time fathers whom have balanced parenthood with their studies to the detriment of neither. And in particular today, I am thinking of the bank who managed to finance me through all of this. Often time can pass hastily, events which we've eagerly waited for pass by in the blink of an eye. Sometimes time can pass sluggishly, something which I think we all know too well. Then there are those occasions where time seems to stand still, those occasions which were unplanned yet unforgettable. The common denominator here is that no matter how it passes, it always will, and thus time is precious. We cannot waste it. I've learned a lot over my years at UCD, but this has been my biggest lesson. So in closing, I would like to use this opportunity to thank as a class all of those at UCD and all those across the teaching hospitals who have supported us. I would like you to take the opportunity to take the time and look around and acknowledge all those who have supported and nurtured your success. And for the class, I would like us all to remember that every second counts. So take the time to carve out your own path, do what's right for you, and remember to always take the risk. For as T.S. Eliot says, only those who risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go.
Comhairteachas libh ar fád. Congratulations, doctors, we did it. We've spent such an amazing few years together, so it's sad that we won't be able to celebrate our finally graduating in person, but I know you all well enough to know that you'll be marking the occasion spectacularly. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank a great number of people who've helped us to get this far. The first thank you has to go to the hundreds of patients who we've encountered over the past 2 years, who gave their time selflessly and generously at their most vulnerable time to help us to become better doctors. Thank you to all of our lecturers throughout the years. We may not be able to remember exactly what the basal ganglia does, but we'll never forget our preclinical tutors and the randomizer. A massive thank you to all the doctors, nurses, and other medical professionals who've taught us during our clinical years, whether it was bedside tutorials, skills lessons, or just how to work the scrubs machine. Your guidance has been invaluable. I'd also like to thank everyone in our own lives who supported us on our journey. Our parents, siblings, friends, roommates, whoever stocks Monster at my local Tesco. And personally, I'd like to thank my own parents here, Anne and Jerry, who've been nothing but supportive. And lastly, a massive thank you to the class of 2021. When I started med, I was worried that I would be stuck in a class of serious, focused, studious individuals. But all of this was proven wrong when the first glass of Lambrini was spilt at the first wine and cheese. I'm so grateful to have been able to share the ups and downs of the last 6 years with a diverse and talented group of people. We've made some amazing memories together, everywhere from the slopes of the Alps to the darkest corners of JJ, from the beaches of Wexford to the delivery rooms of the Coombe. Our year was already amazing enough in pre-med, but our ranks were strengthened by the addition of some absolute stars in first med. Sadly, our Penang counterparts had to return home for clinical years, but in losing them, we gained some absolute dolls of gems who joined with us and made our year a force to be reckoned with. At this time, I'd also like to take a moment to remember Marie Ducal, who sadly passed away in 2019. I know her friends and family will be thinking of her especially on this day. Finally, while social distancing has kept us apart more than we would have liked this year, brighter times are on the horizon, and soon perhaps a rendition of Voulez-Vous in legs is in order.
Now we'll hear from Emma Blackman, a student representative for the MSc Clinical Nutrition and Dietetics class who have graduated today.
It is a privilege to have been asked to speak today on behalf of the MSc Clinical Nutrition and Dietetics programme and as the class rep of 2019 to 2020. Over the past 2 years, UCD has provided and offered so many opportunities for us to really develop into our roles as clinicians. And I think that from the friendships forged, from the guidance we've received, and from all the challenges along the way, it's really helped us grow as people as well. But for me, I really think there's one reason why this dietetics course at UCD in particular is so special, and that's the people that made it. So to my incredible course mates, thank you for being so much fun, for making me laugh, for providing both moral and emotional support throughout our training, and for just being such an amazing group of individuals. It's been so much fun getting to know you all, and I hope that we will continue to remain friends and keep in touch for years to come. You're all wonderful dietitians, and I cannot wait to see what you will achieve throughout your undoubtedly successful careers. To the members of staff who are involved and make up the MSc programme, that's our lecturers, both internal and external, the dietitians who gave up their time to either lecture or guide us through clinical placement whilst their workspace are completely transformed, to all of the administrative staff who keep us on time and in the right place throughout the course, to our placement sites, to the tutors and educators there, and also, last but not least, our brilliant core programme team, Claire, Helen, Sarah, Nicola, Ruth, Annalie and Cara. Thank you all so much. It goes without saying that we just wouldn't be here today if it weren't for you guys, and for all of the times that you've made us laugh, be that intentional or not. We sincerely thank you for all that you've done for us. And whilst it is disappointing that we aren't graduating in person today, I can't wait for the postponed celebrations when we can be together again. When we all started our courses to become clinicians, whether that's the doctors we're graduating alongside today or the dietitians, we knew that there would be elements unknown to us at the start, but I doubt many of us would have assumed that we would be completing training in a global pandemic. But we are all here. We're at graduation in one piece, and we are all the more resilient and a unique cohort for it. It is a true honour to graduate alongside such fantastic people. And we are going out into the working world as the future of our respective fields. So let's make sure that future is interesting and as impactful as it can be. So here's to us, the class of 2021.
Thank you, Emma. Now, Professor Andrew Deeks, UCD President, will address you. Congratulations once again, and enjoy the rest of your very special day.
As President of UCD, I take great pride and pleasure in extending my personal congratulations to each one of you who has graduated today. My thanks to Professor Mary Horgan and to Margaret O'Neill for their inspirational words to you earlier. We know that the healthcare system continues to come under pressure across hospital and community settings, and they now need you and are waiting for you to put your years of study here at UCD to the best possible use. This has been another year of extraordinary challenge as the entire world continues to deal with the impact of COVID-19. I am, however, greatly heartened by how we as a community here at UCD have responded to the crisis with creativity and innovation, and with courage and compassion. It is in these most testing of circumstances that we truly show what we are made of, individually and collectively. In facing the demands placed on us, we are discovering new depths to our resourcefulness and resilience. I'm proud to see how our brightest minds are rising to the challenge across all academic disciplines, from medicine, science and engineering to the arts and humanities. All around me, members of our UCD community have stepped up with courage and vision to meet the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic, and their actions continue to underscore the vital importance of education, research and evidence-based decision-making in transforming our society. Conferring ceremonies are very special days in the calendar of the university, both for our students and for our faculty and staff, marking the culmination of years of study and hard work by you, our graduates, and of the teaching and guidance by our faculty and staff. You will operate in a changed world, one where your skills are in keen demand, your energy and passion are needed, and one that will warmly welcome your expertise. The university has a long and very proud history in healthcare education. We have produced thousands of healthcare professionals and scientists who have developed and led training, research and patient care in this country and across the globe. Becoming a healthcare professional in a hospital or community practice, at home or abroad, means that you will have an impact on those around you, and never more so than in the current pandemic. Through your work, because of what you have trained to become, you now have the opportunity to truly make a difference to society and have wonderful careers ahead of you. I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge our clinical training partners. In the latter years of your education, you have spent many hours in clinical placement at Ireland's finest teaching hospitals and in community settings. These relationships work because together we place our focus on three priorities: patient care, professional education, and translational research. It is fitting to pay tribute to these clinicians and to thank them for the role they play in your professional development. Here at UCD, we have almost 8,000 international students joining us from over 145 countries, adding enormously to the diversity and quality of campus life and to the unique UCD educational experience. We bring the best of the world to Ireland and the best of Ireland to the world. And so it's a particular pleasure for me to extend an Irish welcome to the families and friends of our international students who are joining us online today. Céad Míle Fáilte, Roiv Golair, 100,000 welcomes to you all. Our mission is to give each of you a holistic education, to inculcate in you a lifelong desire to learn and to create, and to instill in you a sense of purpose, a capacity for critical thinking, a desire to make a difference in society, and above all, an awareness of the global community in which you can make an impact. And I hope that today, as you join or join again the proud community of UCD graduates, you will embrace these attributes and take them with you as you embark on the next stage of your life journey. While you were students, you were the centre of the UCD community, and as you graduate, you carry that UCD badge with you. Wear it well, use it to open doors to advance your own life's ambitions, but also extend a helping hand to those who come after you. Seek to inspire and encourage them, and above all, follow our motto, Ad Astra, to the stars, by seeking to make your own mark and your own contribution to our society. You're now a member of a very proud UCD alumni group of almost 300,000 in some 170 countries worldwide. And so, wherever your career takes you, I hope that whenever you wear the UCD crest or colours, you will remember your alma mater. I trust that in everything you do and achieve in the future, the values enshrined in UCD of creativity, excellence, integrity, collegiality, engagement and diversity will remain part of your intellectual DNA. I'm very encouraged by the government's reopening plan for this summer, by the lower infection rate, decrease in hospital admissions and the collapse in the mortality rate. and by the pace and efficiency of the national vaccination rollout. Here at UCD, we will continue to follow the government's advice and guidelines, looking forward to a smooth return to campus as soon as it is possible, while keeping everyone's health and safety at the forefront of our minds. I look forward to welcoming you all back to campus to celebrate your achievements as soon as it is safe to do so. But until then, I wish you well as you embark on your careers. Take care of yourselves and your families, and take heart in the hope that we will come together again at the end of this journey, stronger and more united than ever. Congratulations once again, and enjoy the rest of this very special day.